Yo, so the consumer index is down 32% since January, marking the lowest since 1990. Um, you guys are probably wondering, what is the consumer index? It's just a measurement of things that you purchase, on the regular. And yes, pretty much at its lowest right now. Um, that due to bad policies, corrupted government, you know. So you're talking about, inflation, tariffs, and just policies that was created, um, uh, far back, further back in time. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's crazy. So the question is your country turning its back on you, the American civilian, right? Is the country turning its back on you? And the answer to that, to me, is yeah, it is turning its back on you. The U.S. government is, like I said, they put in terrible policies in place. They don't know how the physical they don't know how the fiscal market should work. They're steadily doing things. Interest rates and all that. They're causing a bunch of inflation. It's accumulating. Year to year, and then you find yourself needing specific items, right? Like your essentials, going to the grocery store, bread, eggs, gas, all the things that you typically get. You're paying, 2 to 5 times more than you paid, the year prior or a few years before that. And you realize, you're like, man, I'm kind of fed up with this shit, because you know I work hard. I work very hard. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. A lot of you guys, work really hard, you know. And and what I hear a lot is that you're not working hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to do more. You need to pick this up. You need to pick that up. You need to do this, that and the third. And here's the thing. The whole hard work is kind of overrated, overused, overextended. We all know a lot of people that work hard, including yourself. You know, the Hispanic culture works hard. The black culture works hard. And the advancement based on work hard is a measly 1 inch, maybe 2 inch in advancement of so-called success society places upon you. And that may come in the way of, let's say, your job. You've been you've been there for about 15 years, 20 years, and you've been working hard. And you may be in the same position. You may have moved up one position, and that's on the basis of you working hard, right? So is it working hard? You know what I mean? And we see that all around. But people come up with these narratives. They make these motivational videos talking about, oh, work hard, work hard, work hard. That plays a role. Don't get me wrong. That plays a role. But if society is stacked against you based on the things that they put out in order to suppress your already declining dollar, then how is that going to help complement you while working hard? So the question becomes, is your country turning its back on you? Because you're building society already. You're doing your part as an American citizen. You're going to work every day, right? You're paying your low bills. You're paying your low rent, right? So you're building society already. What are they doing? What is the US government doing other than working negatively against what we're doing? Remember, society is us, And we're building that. So the question is, are they turning their backs on us? And before, man, you used to be able to go to a fast food joint, pull up, got a family with you, and man, you could pull off, and probably had spent like, 40, maybe 40, $50 for a family pack meal, you know what I'm saying? And now you take that same family today and you go do that same thing again, you're going to wind up paying about $100 to probably $110 for that same food. Crazy, right? Inflation. Tariffs are going to motivate that inflation. And, it's pretty sad, man, because, people are doing everything that they can, in this country, or the majority of them. We got some that, it's not doing anything, but the ones that are, that's who I'm speaking upon. And you guys can agree with me, right? And then you got some other, some others that won't agree. They just still believe that the country works for them. They still think that they're on the right side. And there are sides. It's just not true, man. So is your country turning its back on you? You guys let me know in the comments, man. Let me know what you think. And that's all I got for you. I'm out.